Good morning. I This is a little different. I I've just been led by Source. I didn't know I was going to do any recording. Um, I promise. I mean, this is my pajama top, folks. But I found myself in the bathroom and putting on earrings and not knowing why. Just, oh, this is fun. I haven't worn these in a year, and little by little, funny step by inconsequential item, here I am. And so it seems I'm to record something. Maybe this is to show you the process because I haven't a clue what journal is going to get selected. At this point, shoot, I don't even know if I'm going to be selecting a journal at all. I just don't know what's going on. But that's my life, and I like it that way. No complaints, no complaints. So anyway, um, well, here's an older journal. It was recorded February 21st of 2010, the fifth one of that day in the evening. The Mayan day was 10 Death or Transformer, and it's called Giving In to Cable TV or satellite, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if I have anything to say here. Just checking. Feeling kind of strange within, as if there's something there, but it's not clear what it is, where it's leading. Well, I mean, that sure relates to this current moment. So, I journal, as so often my answers arise this way. Not always, but often enough. So, what gives? Oh, the pain has somewhat retreated due to both time and narcotics, prescription ones. It was good to spend some time with it, though, and to uncover different sorts of fear that were hiding under there, hiding within or behind the physical pain. So, what did I learn there? For one thing, I learned that it's all nice and good to talk about being in heart when one is feeling physically hunky-dory. It's quite another thing, though, when you're in pain. That came as a little bit of a revelation, too, since I am accustomed to simply avoiding it by getting distracted. I look back and remember how it was only after coming into such pain and illness that I finally consented to get cable TV. I resisted it for years before that, which was not pleasing to my daughter. Not being interested in endless channels of the same old stuff. Things looked quite different, however, when I found myself in so much pain and unable to cope with it. That's no time to try to read or visit with people. So, like perhaps everything, life is very much a matter of perspective. Different perspectives, not only for different folks, but also for the same folks at differing times and stages along their journey. Makes sense. I remember, too, back a few decades, how I used to so look down on suicides. I was really judgmental about that, thinking it such a foolish response to life, no matter what life handed you. Much like the youth who think they know everything, I simply did not know then what pain was like from the inside. It softens you while it matures you. If you're willing, I guess that too depends. That's the thing though, isn't it? It just depends on whose shoes you're wearing and what they're going through at the time. By this time, and the body is 57 by the linear clock, I've seen too much to be willing to make judgments willingly on anyone for anything. I do so realize that there, but for grace, go I. Besides, at some point, after a few reincarnation memories surfaced, and after a number of years of pursuing my hobby, near-death studies, I decided that even if I hadn't done whatever it was I was tempted to judge in this life, surely I'd done it in some other life. Life itself is a real leveler, isn't it? We start out proud, but generally don't end up that way. It's bothersome, I will admit, that I've now been faced with a time and a situation in which I don't find it possible to be fully in heart. I knew that as soon as the fear surfaced, because there's not any fear even possible from within heart space. It just doesn't exist there. At least, that's been my experience and understanding up to now. One thing, though, is that, like Ralph Waldo Emerson in my favorite essay, Self-Reliance, and I'll provide a link, I am willing to completely contradict myself from one day to another. I tell my truth the best way I can at the time, but I don't let that stop me from gaining new revelations, new insight, new perspective. This is one good reason never to follow any guru or teacher too closely, in my view. We're all only human. We're all in this together, and frankly, we all need one another. I don't think anyone makes it out of here ascended on their own power. Heck, there isn't any such thing as an individual anyway, much less one who can succeed on her own power. Separation is a useful myth that we are in the process of shedding or transcending as this age ends and the new one, whatever that is, begins. That's food for another journal entry, though. This one's long enough. I do hope people will take heart, though, if their burdens at all resemble mine. My vision is of a world where we're all really there for one another and for ourselves. And I have a PS. It says, did I tell you my favorite color is rainbow? And for those of you that follow the scribe link to the transcript, that will make sense. Thank you. And God bless.